This time I'll call the regularly scheduled meeting of the Harlingen City Commission, which has been duly posted, to order, and call upon Commissioner Victor Leal to lead us in an invocation.
If you'll join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day, Lord. Lord, we just ask for your blessings upon this city, upon what this commission does. Give us wisdom to be able to make decisions. Give us the ability to just think through matters and be able to do things that are right in your eyes. Lord, we thank you for this day. We ask for a blessing over each and every one of our employees and just an extra net of safety or a hedge of safety around our police officers and our fire, both uniformed and ununiformed. Lord, we just thank you for what you have done for us. In Jesus Christ's holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, welcome everybody to our meeting tonight. We're glad to have you here, and we'll go straight on to the business, which is item one, board recognition.
So Mike, Ruben, so to use the mics, tap on the where it says push, because they're all off right now. They're on.
Beautiful board. It's really one of the great organizations in our community. We want to thank you for on that board. Serving now in our audit committee, and Leonel Zamora is now agreed to serve on our Veterans Advisory Board. What a great group of men and women we have on that board. Zamora, thank you for agreeing to serve. And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Item two will be a presentation by Sergio Mujica, our MIS director, on the city's mobile app activity report.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, City Manager. I would like to present the activity report for the city mobile app. The mobile app was launched last February 21st of this year. There's been 478 downloads from the Apple iTunes stores and 291 downloads from the Android Play Store. This is the service request map from the month of August. As you can see, requests are coming in from all over the city. These are the online requests submitted by citizens for the last 7 months. There's been an average of 55 requests online entered for the last 3 months. These online requests come in through the mobile app or through desktop or through the internet connection. These are the top 8 online categories requested online. So we have 140 property code violations, 142, grass complaints, 66, junk vehicles, 38, code compliance requests, 20, mosquito complaints, 10, environmental services, 8, restaurant complaints, 6, and general questions, 7. Other city departments use the mobile app software to process service requests, and this is the activity for the last 7 months. These are the top 9 categories entered by city departments. Property code violations, 918, grass complaints, 445, junk vehicles, 328, code compliance, 98, mosquito complaints, 53, environmental services, 44, restaurant complaints, 41, Public Works request 27, and general complaints 25. Okay. This is the number of days, the average number of days for first response after a request is submitted. Requesters are getting first response within 6 to 12 hours. This is the average number of days it takes to complete a request or resolve a request once it's submitted. And that's all I have. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Sergio, just for everybody's information, a lot of those that have come in are code violations, and that deals with weedy lots, right?
Yes.
And so once we're notified, we have to send out a notice, and they have so many days to do it.
10 days.
10 days, and that's why you see like 11 days up there a lot, is because they have to have that 10-day notice. So it's not taking 10 days to resolve the problem. It's taken 10 days for the notice to be that's required.
Yeah, it's an average. There's requests that are submitted that resolved within a day, 2 days. It all depends what kind of request it is.
On the online requests, so those aren't coming through the mobile app, those are coming through an actual online, or is this kind of combined?
It's both.
It's both?
It's through a mobile app or through an online connection through our website.
Okay.
And these the city department requests, explain those a little bit.
Those are requests received through a phone line, or actually the inspector goes out there they see a violation, so they have the mobile app on their phones, and they enter the request right in there.
From city employees.
Yes.
So
But it's not
city-
from a direct from
If
citizens.
city employees see a violation or an issue out in the street and throughout the city, they'll log in and submit it to the proper department for a response.
So this is not necessarily their department, so somebody from sanitation sees a pothole, they can report that to Public Works.
Yes.
Is that that's what we're talking about
That's what
now?
we're
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, I think to me, that's the best part of this, is that this is a mechanism for the departments to communicate with each other, because we know that we have lots of people out in the field, and they see things, and now this is a way for them to communicate with the other departments. And I think that's fantastic.
It's a great tool.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great mechanism to achieve that. I think that's really wonderful, and I think it's great that the public is starting to learn about it, and I think these response times are very impressive as well. So congratulations to everybody involved in this.
Good job, Ted.
Thank you.
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you. All right. Item 3 is the approval of the minutes of the special joint meeting August 23rd with the Harlingen Community Improvement Board, and the regular meeting of the City Commission on September 5th. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Item 4 is the consent agenda, items A through H. Is there a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Item 5 is a consideration of possible action to approve a refund of property taxes paid to Loretta on behalf of Tommy Jones, account 17-48-
No.
I'm sorry. Consideration of possible action to approve a resolution creating a complete count committee for 2020 census.
Okay, Mayor, members of the Commission, as you know, the census is coming up April 1st, 2020. This resolution will establish a complete count committee. We would like to use the complete count committee to help us talk to the public, talk to civic groups about the importance of the census. For tonight, we just wanted to establish the ad hoc committee by adopting the resolution. We're not going to ask you to populate the complete count committee tonight. We can do that later. Initially, the board will be comprised, the committee will be comprised of 10 members. Each member of the council will get one appointee. The mayor will get 5. At the mayor's discretion, we go up to 15 members, and then the mayor will appoint the additional 5 members as well. We will be asking that some of the members come from certain groups of the community, the business community, faith-based community, education, media, technology, community organizations, and technology industry, just so that we can use our expertise in trying to get the word out of the importance of the census. We can provide names to those of you that would like some assistance in getting possible people on the committee. But like I said, for tonight, we're just asking that you adopt the resolution and establish a complete count committee. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Make a motion, we approve the adoption of the
The resolution.
resolution.
Second. Any discussion? I think this is really one of the most important things that the city's going to do in the next couple of years, and that's to try to get our city counted properly. As Tammy has convinced me, I knew already, but Tammy gave me the evidence that we were grossly undercounted in the last census, and we have to work hard together as a community, and we need to get the word out to the community that everyone counts, and we need to count everybody.
Mayor, that's so true, because for every one person that's not counted, we lose $1,578 in federal assistance.
Is there any way, Gabe, do you think it would be possible for us to, and the commissioners can chime in if they think this is not a good idea, but to do a press release and ask people to submit their name for consideration on this committee?
We can. Initially, we're going to have 10 members. If we do that, we'll probably have to go up to 15 automatically, just because of the response that we're going to get.
Go ahead.
I just, there might be some very qualified people out there for this that we're unaware of, so I don't know.
I think we need to, as we think about who ought to be on this committee and we're making selections, I would suggest that we look at people who already have large constituencies, employers who have large employee bases, obviously the school district, churches that have large, and people that have a wide reach, that can communicate this message to a lot of people, and that may also be people who work in social services that also will be communicating or have contact with people who maybe don't don't think it's important to be counted, and we need to get the message to them that they're probably the folks that ought to be the most concerned about being counted. So let's think about those types of individuals for this board. All right. I think we need to vote, right? All those.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. You have another
I was
comment.
gonna say, you called somebody earlier and they're in the audience.
I'll second the motion.
No, there's a motion already. I think.
No, but there's no second. There's no
Yeah.
second.
And a second.
Let's vote and I'll tell you what I was gonna tell you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign.
Mike Garza's here. You'd called him for a regular.
Oh, he's arrived.
He has arrived.
Michael Garza. Wait a second. No. We can't.
Change the shirt for you.
We can't do it. He has the wrong shirt on. No, we can't do it.
You want to make sure it was nice and pressed.
It's the only way I roll, Mayor.
This will go on the front of the monthly report.
Audit committee, a representative of the Waterworks board serves on the audit committee, and so Michael,
get him to stand in front of the
turn it down. We want to thank him for his
Yeah,
service.
we should.
That's right. I
Yeah,
was
that's
gonna
what
say,
she's moving them over. Yeah, no,
yeah,
by the logo.
we had to. Hey. We should get together.
We can
Thank you,
also,
Mike.
we can Photoshop the mayor.
Okay, item 6 is consideration of possible action to approve an industrial district agreement between the City of Harlingen and Penn Aluminum International LLC and authorize the mayor to sign the agreement.
This is the fourth agreement that the city has provided for you for the industrial development agreements. This is with Penn Aluminum. It is identical to the other 3 that we brought before you to approve. Staff recommends approval. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Is there a motion to approve the industrial district agreement?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Item 7, consideration of possible action to approve a resolution amending the 401c plan to add the Harlingen Waterworks system employees hired on or after October 1st, 2018 to the plan and add a member to the plan trustees.
Mayor, members of the commission, this resolution will establish that all employees hired by Harlingen Waterworks on or after October 1st, 2018 will automatically be enrolled in the city's 401a retirement plan, not in the TMRS plan. And it also will establish an additional trustee to the Board of Trustees for the 401a plan, and that person would be the Harlingen Waterworks General Manager, Tim Scoblin. So now the Board of Trustees, if this resolution is approved, will have 5 members on the Board of Trustees. Staff recommends approval. I'll answer any questions you may have.
All right, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. The motion carries. Item 8 is a public hearing to receive comments regarding the proposed voluntary annexation and to establish initial zoning to residential single-family R1 district for 8.95 acres out of Block 35, Petersburg Syndicate subdivision located on the east side of Park Lane, east north of Spur 54. Rodrigo?
Mayor, Commissioners, again, this is just part of the project timeline. We are at the last public hearing before we go into the actual consideration for annexation next meeting. This is the property, the proposed subdivision is subject property into one residential subdivision under the name of Dominguez subdivision. Part of the proposed subdivision is a 0.16 acres that's currently inside the city limits, and then the east 8.95 acres is located outside the city limits, and it's locked. That's the property right there. We have so
Make the motion for approval.
That's a public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you ready for the public hearing? I'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone who'd like to speak for or against this voluntary annexation? Is there anyone? Okay, hearing no one, I'll close the public hearing. And we'll go to item 9, which is the consideration of possible action to adopt a resolution directing staff to prepare a service plan and initiate proceeding for the voluntary annexation of 1.0 plus or minus acre tract of land being the north 50 feet of a 2.766 acre tract of land out of Block 54 David Stevens subdivision located on the west side of Briggs Coleman Road, north of Loop 499.
thank you, Mayor. The applicant is proposing to subdivide the subject property into 3 lots, commercial subdivision, to allow for the expansion of an existing storage. The proposed subdivision will consist of an existing recorded lot and has a frontage on Loop 499 and a 2.76 acre tract of land adjacent to the north of said lot. Part of the proposed subdivision, 2.73 acres, is currently inside the city limits, and the north 1 acre, depicted in yellow, is located outside the city limits. The developer will be responsible for the infrastructure provisions, including street development, street lights, water, wastewater services, storm sewer, and other requirements as specified under the subdivision regulations. The developer has requested general retail for district zoning for the subject property. The subject annexation will require 3 public hearings and 2 readings of the ordinance to annex the property. Staff recommends approval.
Have we heard any comments from any of the residential neighbors?
No, sir.
And they've been notified?
Yes, sir.
Through mail?
200.
So the first step is to do the voluntary annexation, and then in the subdivision?
Correct.
And the subdivision will be all the red, including the yellow.
Including they're just trying to close out the property. That 1 acre was left out when the city did the annexation at a certain limit. And so they're trying just to close it out. Once it's closed out and they subdivide, they want to expand their business and add more storage units.
And that was the second question. So storage depot's going to move over
Right, and just continue
to the
add.
east.
Correct. They're just, I guess, good maintenance, trying to close the entire remainder of the
owners are
property.
the same.
Yes.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions? If not, is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. The motion carries. Item 10, consideration possible action to reschedule the Harlingen regular city commission meeting of October 17, 2018 to another date. I think several of us on the commission are planning to be at an event on October 17th. And it's in conflict with our meeting, and I was going to propose that we maybe have the meeting instead on Tuesday, October 16th.
Tuesday's fine.
Are y'all available? Yes. Does that work for everybody?
Yes.
And is there a motion to reschedule the meeting to October 16th at 5:30?
So moved.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign, motion carries. All right, thank you. Item 11, our board appointments.
I have the Veterans Advisory Board, Charles Ciccione.
And I would like to appoint Teresita Garcia also to the Veterans Advisory Board.
I have a reappointment of Martin Borjas to the Veterans Advisory Board.
Okay, and I have Bobby Ferris to the Airport Advisory Board to fill the unexpired term of Mark Kroll. Is there a motion to approve board appointments?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign, motion carries. Item 12 is it's going to be an executive closed session on the following items pursuant to Chapter 551, .087, .071, and .072 of the Government Code regarding commercial and financial information from a business prospect with which the city is conducting economic development negotiations or to discuss or deliberate financial or other incentives with a business prospect known as project development and seek legal advice from the city attorney on the matter, and also regarding item B, the MPO merger, and item C, regarding an air service development incentive program. So is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the city commission will be in executive session consulting with our lawyer. There is an action item where there could be possible action on after we return from executive session. All right, well, we're out of executive session at 6:26, and item 13 is consideration of possible action regarding executive session item C. Is there a motion to approve the item as discussed in executive session?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion carries. Item 14, citizens communication. There being no citizen communication, that concludes our agenda, and we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.